Welcome back, fact fans. Are you ready for some fun facts about dreams that will blow your mind? Well, let's get started. Fact number 1. You forget 90% of your dreams within 10 minutes. Have you ever woken up from a dream and thought, wow, that was incredible. I have to tell someone about it. Then you start to explain your dream to the person next to you, and after a few seconds you realize you can't remember any of it. It's like it never happened. Well, don't blame yourself for having a bad memory. Blame your brain. Scientists say that 90% of dreams are forgotten within 10 minutes of waking up, and there is nothing you can do about it because this process happens in your brain. And even if you manage to remember some part of your dream, that too will be lost if you fall asleep again. So if you want to remember your dreams, then don't go back to sleep. But how long can you keep yourself awake? According to research, an average human being can stay awake for 11 days without eating, drinking, or sleeping. Now that's some record. Anyways, coming back to the topic, it is difficult to remember dreams because our brain processes them during the rapid eye movement, or REM stage of sleep. This process is different from the way our brain stores memories during our waking hours. When we wake up from a dream, we typically focus on the events of our day, and the details of our dream start to fade away. If we don't make an effort to remember our dreams, they will be gone forever. The question is, why do we have such poor dream recall? Well, that's something scientists are still trying to figure out. But they think it might be because our brains are trying to protect us from the stress of reliving our dreams over and over again. After all, dreams can be very intense and emotionally charged experiences. Can you think of a reason why forgetting dreams might be beneficial for us? Let us know your thoughts. Fact number 2. Blind people can still dream. With sound, touch, and smell. Dreaming is a universal experience that all humans share regardless of race, culture, or gender. But what about blind people? Can they still dream? The answer is yes. In fact, blind people have more vivid dreams than those who can see. Studies have shown that blind people's brains create images in their dreams based on other senses, such as hearing, touch, and smell. For example, a blind person might dream of a dog barking and wagging its tail based on the sounds it hears during the day. Or they might dream of a delicious meal based on the smells that come from the kitchen. This is because the brain does not need visual input to create dreams. It can use any sense to create realistic and emotionally charged dreams. Blind people also tend to have more nightmares than sighted people. This is because when you're blind, you're more likely to experience sensory deprivation. Sensory deprivation can cause a lot of anxiety and stress, which can lead to nightmares. Interesting fact: there are 2 types of blindness: cortical blindness and blindness caused by damage to the optic nerve. People who are blind from birth cannot see any light at all, but they still have some visual sensations. They can feel pain when exposed to bright light, and they can also detect colors, shapes, and motion. This is because their brains are wired to interpret visual information, even though they can't actually see anything. On the other hand, people who become blind after they have developed their vision can still remember what things look like. This is because their brains have stored these memories in the form of mental images. These mental images can be accessed through the sense of touch. So if you were to ask a blind person what a tree looks like, they would probably say that they don't know. But if you were to ask them what a tree feels like, they would be able to describe it in detail. How many of you knew that blind people could still dream? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're enjoying this video so far, then why not hit the subscribe button? It's free, and you can always change your mind later. Fact number 3. Some people can control their dreams through lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is a fascinating topic that has been studied by psychologists and neuroscientists for decades. Lucid dreaming is a state of consciousness in which the dreamer is aware that they are dreaming while they are asleep. This awareness allows the dreamer to control their dreams and even shape them according to their desires. But how is it possible for some people to control their dreams while others cannot? Well, it turns out that lucid dreaming is a skill that can be learned through practice and training. One way to achieve lucidity in dreams is through a technique known as reality testing. Reality testing involves regularly checking the consistency of one's surroundings while awake. By doing so, one trains their brain to question the nature of their experiences which can lead to increased dream control. Another approach is dream journaling, which entails keeping a detailed account of one's dreams each morning upon waking. This practice helps the dreamer remember their dreams more vividly, which makes it easier to recognize when they are dreaming and gain control over their dreams. While lucid dreaming may seem like a rare phenomenon, studies suggest that approximately 55% of people experience some level of dream control. This means that a significant portion of the population can influence their dreams in subtle ways, such as choosing the setting or interacting with certain characters. However, only a small percentage of people, estimated to be around 10%, can fully control their dreams and create any scenario they desire. Regardless of the level of control, lucid dreaming offers a unique perspective on the nature of consciousness and the power of the human mind. Further research into this phenomenon may reveal even more surprising insights into the complexities of dreaming. Fact number 4. Animals dream too. Ever see a dog twitch while sleeping? Dogs are not the only ones who dream. Many animals, from cats and horses to rats and birds, also dream just like humans. According to research, any animal that has a cerebral cortex, the part of the brain responsible for higher-level functions such as reasoning and imagination, can dream. But what do animals dream about? Well, that's hard to say since they can't tell us what goes on in their little animal heads. However, researchers have some theories. For example, they believe that animals probably dream about things that happen during their waking hours, such as playing with a toy or chasing a squirrel. Some researchers even believe that animals have more realistic dreams than humans, because their brains process sensory information differently. This means that when an animal falls asleep, their brains continue to process sounds, smells, and other stimuli from their environment. As a result, animals may be able to relive these experiences in their dreams. Isn't that amazing? Now imagine what it must be like to enter the dream world of a dog. I mean, do dogs chase squirrels in their dreams, or do they simply have a peaceful sleep? What do you think? Do you also sometimes wonder what your pet does when he or she is sleeping? Well, you might not have to wonder for much longer. Thanks to science, we now have a better understanding of what animals do when they dream. Researchers have found that most animals spend the majority of their dream time in REM sleep, which is when humans typically have the most intense and memorable dreams. During REM sleep, the brain becomes highly active, similar to wakefulness. And this activity can be detected using electroencephalograms, or EEGs. EEGs are devices that measure brain activity through electrodes placed on the scalp. By studying the brain activity of sleeping animals, researchers have been able to identify periods of REM sleep and gain insights into what the animals may be dreaming about. For example, studies have found that dogs and cats often dream about chasing prey or other exciting activities, while horses may dream about running or grazing. Birds have been found to dream about flying, and rats often dream about exploring their surroundings. Overall, it appears that animals' dreams are often related to their basic needs and daily activities. Just like humans, animals need sleep to survive. It is essential for their physical and mental health. Without sleep, animals would be unable to function properly and would eventually die. Sleep is also important for animals because it allows them to conserve energy. When an animal is awake, it expends energy on activities such as hunting, gathering food, or defending itself against predators. However, when the animal sleeps, its body becomes less active, and it conserves energy that can be used later for essential functions. Despite the importance of sleep, for a long time, scientists knew very little about what happens in the brain when an animal is sleeping. This is because studying the brains of sleeping animals was extremely difficult. However, advances in technology have made it possible to measure the brain activity of sleeping animals, and researchers have been able to make some amazing discoveries. Fact number 5. Dreams can boost creativity and problem solving. Dreams have long been a source of fascination and mystery, and their ability to boost creativity and problem solving is no exception. In fact, many famous scientists and inventors, such as Albert Einstein and Thomas Edison, have credited their dreams with helping them come up with some of their most groundbreaking ideas. So how exactly do dreams help with creativity and problem solving? Well, it starts with the brain. While you dream, Your brain is highly active and capable of making new connections between ideas and concepts that you may not have thought of while awake. This can lead to creative insights and innovative solutions to problems that you may have been struggling with for days or even years. One study published in the journal Dreaming found that participants who were asked to solve a creative problem during REM sleep, the stage of sleep when most dreaming occurs, were able to come up with more creative solutions than those who were awakened during non-REM sleep. Another study published in the journal Psychological Science found that people who were deprived of REM sleep were less able to solve a creative problem compared to those who were allowed to dream. But it's not just problem solving and creativity that dreams can boost. Dreams can also help you process emotions and memories, leading to better emotional health and self-awareness. For example, research has shown that people who are able to process their negative emotions while dreaming are better able to regulate their emotions during waking hours. We hope you enjoyed learning about the amazing world of dreams. Did any of these facts surprise you? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fun and educational videos. We've got plenty more where that came from.